two halves because I wanted a break in between. You can't pause live streaming. So Aston Villa versus Newcastle, second half, just kicked off. Aston Villa 0, Newcastle 0. Newcastle had the best of the first half, I believe anyway, but they didn't convert it, they just shot it over target. Aston Villa, very defensive, kind of counter active football, but they didn't really have any shots on target. They're trying their best, but they're not getting anywhere. So this game is either going to be 1-0 or 0-0 at the end of it. So we will see how it gets on. Ball passed in. Caught me a liar. Aston Villa had a head on target. Pope saved it. Quite an easy save for him, to be honest. It was like, his hands high. That wasn't really much of a problem for him. Again, complaining that he got fouled. So let's see how we get on this half. Thanks to anyone who subscribed the first half. It means a lot to me. Or even just press the like button. This is all trial and error for me. It's only a second football watch along that I've done. I might narrow it down to my team, which is Chelsea, games, just because there's 215 on Sky alone, and about 50 odd on TNT, so that's nearly every football game. I think there are only about 80 that's not going to be on TV. Well, I shall endeavour, surely get better at the end of the season. I will be watching the boxing later, the White fight versus, I can't remember who it is now. Anyway, Moses versus White. So I'll be doing a live stream for that one. Newcastle on the ball, pretty much the same as the first half. Passing it, and then nothing at the end of it. So Aston Villa just ran the ball out. Bliss got the goalkeeper's got the ball. Pass from the back, Aston Villa kick it, not even to the halfway line. I don't know why they're trying to go through the middle, to be honest. There we are. They're a bit more proactive in this first few minutes. Burns gone down in like hurt. I'd be surprised if he stays down because he's quite a tank, isn't he? I think Eddie Howe's on his knees praying. Well, he's definitely crouching down. I don't really think there was anything in that one. Right, so Aston Villa got a throw in. Diggin do a long throw into the box. There we go. Again, Aston Villa not really doing much. To be honest, it's quite a strange game to comment on because there's not actually really that much going on. It's like that countering each other out. I think Aston Villa are actually playing better in this half. in the first 5 minutes than they did in the whole of the second half than they did whole of the first half. Thanks for the one person watching. If you want to leave a comment or chat about football in general, please do. I'm all up for a chat, whether it's about this game or football in general, or sport. But as I say, this is only my second time doing a watch along and talking a lot. It's a lot harder than doing a review of the match after, because you don't get to pick, you have to be more. See there again, Aston Villa again trying to get into the box and then just wastefully gives it away to a Newcastle player. Aston Villa got the ball. As I say, this is my first full game watch along. It's not the best professional commentating, but I'm trying my best. Aston Villa on the ball, just outside Newcastle box. But it doesn't look like they know much what to do with the ball, to be honest. Now, Aston Villa were in the Newcastle half, and now they've passed it all the way back to their goalkeeper. So I don't know if Aston Villa are playing for a draw, but they are playing better in this half than they did the first half. It's like stopping Newcastle. Aston Villa, see, got a corner, but then that's about it. So yeah, I'm really surprised even one person tunes in to watch my videos, especially these. As I say, it's only just the beginning for me. So we got, is it Telemans? He's taking the corner for Aston Villa. Mings is in there. Very short corner taken, whipped into the box, and wow. What was that? Not one player. That was very strange. Aston Villa on the ball. Well, they got the throw in. Just slightly above the halfway line. Long throw. And out again. So honestly, this game is just like, for doing the first full match, watch along has been very hard, because there's not really much been going on. They've been counteracting each other. Aston Villa are on the ball now. Again, long throw. And then Newcastle just head it back. So if you're watching a chess match, Newcastle are now back in their own box. Half sliced the ball to the other defender the other side. Aston Villa. What? Again, it's very scrappy, I must say. It's like watching, like, your local team rather than a Premiership team, because neither one can counteract the other team. They're just like playing the same. I think Aston Villa have upped their tempo in the second half, though they didn't get the throw in, so they're a bit annoyed about that. But referee's just giving the Aston Villa player a bit of a telling off. Didn't see much in that, to be honest. Newcastle got a free kick. I don't know where that came from. Pope over the ball. What's he going to do? Is he actually going to pass a decent pass so that Newcastle can actually... No. Aston Villa head it back out again. Ball's just up from the halfway line, but between the Aston Villa, now it's back on the halfway line. Knocked it out. Aston Villa have a throw in just slightly up on the halfway line. 56 minutes played. Taken a long time to do this throw in, to be honest. Aston Villa throw it in. Is this going to be another opportunity? They're actually going to score. See, they're getting there, but they haven't got no bodies in the box. They're just like, oh, if we get a goal, it'll be a lucky goal kind of syndrome. As I say, Newcastle have had loads more chances and they just wastefully. It is going to be a 1-0 game or a 0-0 game. But only time will tell. Newcastle on the ball, halfway line, passing nicely, and then they get to the Aston Villa box and then counteract. That was a fair tackle. Aston Villa get a free kick, tripped over by the Newcastle player. Please forgive me with names, I will get better as the season goes on. I'm primarily a Chelsea supporter. That was Tripler. So Aston Villa free kick just outside their goalkeeper's box. And then they just pass it at the back, and then Newcastle get it. So as I say, it's a game of passy and not much quality, to be honest. Well, I'm no expert, but that's what it looks like to the layman, really. It's very messy in the middle, to be honest. It's very, very messy. Thank you for the person who's actually liked my video. As I say, this is a new start for me. Kamar gets booked, yellow card for Aston Villa. So Newcastle over, free kick. I'm deciding triple over the ball, Gordon over the ball. Tries to do a sneaky by making the ball further away than what it was. So ball's been put back onto the free kick spot. Trying to see if it's suitable distance, really. Organising, it'll probably just be hit by a Aston Villa player. Right, what they're going to do, short, flipped into the box, and then wastefully kicked out by the two players together. While Burns and Zola kind of took each other out and kicked the ball out. So another free kick or pass that's been like wasteful. That's what the game should be called, the wasteful game, to be honest. It's not been the best quality. I don't know why they're laughing and smiling about it to each other. Just one of them should have just kept the ball down and passed it in or taken a shot. There's not, as I say, all the shots. I think Aston Villa have had the one chance. It was saved because it was goalie's height to save the ball with the header coming in. But they had nothing in the first half. Aston Villa passing it out. Is it going to be a corner? Or was it a goal kick? I think it's a goal kick. It's a very frustrating game. I don't know how people do it professionally. But then that's why they're professionals, I'm just me. Oh, I don't know. Giving away free kicks nowadays just seems so easy. 60 minutes gone, 30 minutes to go. Hopefully the action will start picking up. It's not just my bad commentary, it's... Right, goalkeeper Pope kicks it out the field. Goalkeeper catches it at the other end. I'm trying to sound enthusiastic, but to be honest, Gordon's, don't know if he's going to get booked for fouling. Trying to see who the player is. Wow, I don't know, what's that? I cannot work out what the point of that free kick was. Unless he went into the back of him. That could be. If it ends 0-0, I think the Aston Villa camper would be a bit more happy than the Newcastle one. And the Aston Villa player's back on his feet. Past the free kick. Past the ball. Very slow paced. It's a lot with backward passing. Especially by Villa. When they can counter react, they just seem to be literally just run out of ideas. Hi back. Thank you for leaving a comment. Much appreciated, to be honest. Sometimes you feel like you're just talking to yourself. Which I suppose live stream is all about. But I would be watching this game anyway. So, I pretty much think they're probably saying the same as me anyway. The comment, obviously I've got the sound down for legal reasons. But, see again, ball passed back to the Aston Villa goalkeeper. And then back again. There's not many ideas coming, to be honest. It's back with the Aston Villa goalkeeper. Taking his time like he's going for a Sunday stroll. And passing it very, very slowly, Aston Villa. And I mean, I've never seen a game where the passing is at walking pace. It's just the amount, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Newcastle players behind the ball. I don't know what Aston Villa think they're going to be doing, to be honest. If they get a goal, it's going to be a lucky goal. Newcastle need to step up their game and actually, you know, take the opportunity to score instead of kicking it. They've had about 5 or 6 wasteful chances. Aston Villa got the ball again. Halfway line, just walking up to the halfway line. Shouting to each other where they're going to play it, but then like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players again for Newcastle. Behind the ball. Going to be blocked off by Burns. Again into Pope's hand. To say, very frustrating. I mean, you're going to get that in the Premiership, but you think the first few games would be a bit more exciting. Well, the one last night was. Like Liverpool versus Bournemouth, I enjoyed that one. This one is at such a snail pace. It's going to be a long 90 minutes, I'm telling you now. Aston Villa just outside, left hand side of the box. They'll probably whip it in and then that won't be it. There's not one Aston Villa player there. Gordon on the ball, going to claim it, pulled down. Why don't you just... I don't get her. Why don't it... Red card? What for? I don't get that. Why is that a red card? What? Gordon played for that. I'm sorry. It's halfway line. Gordon goes across there. Why didn't he just stay on his feet? I don't get this. He crosses the Aston Villa player. He basically just taps him on the... Oh yeah, never mind. He pulled his shoulder. But Gordon could have stayed up on his feet. I think that was played for. So that's Konza. Ezra Konza sent off straight. Just got a red card. I think that's just tame. Honestly. Where the players were, like, you imagine Drogba just going down. I don't get it. Back to the changing room for him. Newcastle got a very lame free kick. Gordon could have stayed on his feet and gone for the shot. But he did definitely he just played for that free kick. Tippler, Bruno, they walked away, so that's Tippler on the ball. Literally in the middle of the goalkeeper's square, just slightly back, but you could score from here. Which, to be honest, if Newcastle score would be a miracle, because they just keep hitting it right over the net. But we will see. Alanga over the ball, Tippler over the ball. Aston Villa leaving right big gap. I said, oh, again. So there you go. So Newcastle get a free kick, nice position, and whack it straight over the crossbar. That's what they've been doing all game. Absolutely. I don't think this is a free kick. I think, yeah, he got his two hands on his shoulder, but I think Gordon just went down. Yeah, you would do that anyhow. So I play a red card. I suppose he's gone for, it was a goal scoring opportunity, but Gordon was never going to go for the goal. Well, I don't believe anyway. So Newcastle got the ball, passing from the back. They're spending more time in their own half this time, but Aston Villa aren't taking advantage of it. Just passy. Honestly, it's really hard to comment on this because they're not doing a lot. .69 minutes gone on the clock. Two people watching, thank you very much, but it's not a very exciting game. I find this is only my second football stream and my first full game, and it's so dull. It's really hard. As I say, Newcastle have had so many shots, but they hit them over the crossbar like they're playing rugby. It's like defend, then have the ball in your bit further. See? Straight back to the defence. Newcastle in the green and white kit. Right, so Newcastle got the ball outside Aston Villa. Again for another corner, digging the headers the ball out. Another corner from the goalie's left hand side. Burns is in there waiting. So all the build up is where you're going to get most of the commentary, and then like all they'll do is the ball will go shooting straight across the net over the Chipperland, knocks it in, pretty decent. Aston Villa player goes over. Gordon's got the ball back into the box. Aston Villa head it out. Gordon gets the ball back again. Takes a shot, knocks out down the Aston Villa player. But all good. Newcastle's still on the ball. Goalkeeper gets it. This is the story of the game, to be honest. Been winded, the goalkeeper cashes down. I think Gordon whacked him, innit? Yeah, in the back. Lower back. But he's up on his feet again. So, goalkeeper, Aston Villa goalkeepers can go the ball back. Gonna pick it up. Taking a while. Slowly walking up with the ball. Hits it over the halfway line. Newcastle, 4 people behind the ball plus a goalkeeper. Nothing happened. Just long balls and loads of ball missed opportunities. That's what this game is. That's what you should title it. Newcastle definitely should have scored in the first half, 1 or 2 goals. Finished the game off, but then Waverley missed them. Aston Villa played better in the second half. Well, a lot better in the second half. Newcastle on the attack. Oh, see? I think it's a corner. Cash again. It's been through the walls. Whipped into the box. That was Burns. Was it Burns? Yeah. Whacks it. Oh no, not Burns. Straight into the Barnes, sorry. Straight in. Newcastle corner from the right hand side. Whisked in. Aston Villa on the line to header it away. About 6 players on the line then. Out for a goal kick. I'm really trying to find positive things to say about this game, but to be honest, anyone who leaves a comment will be more interested in talking to you about football than the actual game itself. Goalkeeper hits it over the halfway line, straight into a bunch of Newcastle players. Oh man, it's so frustrating. I don't even know if I'm going to do a review of this match after. I normally do I usually do like a review of the game, but this one's been absolutely non-interesting. As I say, it's got 0-0 written all over it. At least Bournemouth tried their hardest against Liverpool, even though they lost 4-2 in the end yesterday. And if anyone likes boxing or any other sport, you can have a like. A like means a lot to me. Gets it out there on YouTube. Or subscribe and then get a notification when I do a live stream. As I say, I'll be doing one tonight for the White versus Moses fight. I'm looking forward to that one. So, stay tuned for that. Should be a good one. I don't blame people not watching, to be honest, because this game is so straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Newcastle players behind the ball, ready to pick it up again, playing from the back, get to the halfway line, normally like tippy tappy, the long ball to the right hand side of the pitch. Again, it's just straight into Aston Villa defence. It's not even like they're trying to chip it or tip it on the ball. Right, Newcastle got the ball back, left hand side. Aston Villa got the whole team behind the ball. They have been hard to break down, but I don't think they were playing for a win, to be honest. It looks like they're playing for a draw or get a lucky goal. But yeah, Newcastle bringing on another player. Don't know who's going off, but I'll let you know in a minute. Murphy coming on. I quite like him. Who's going off? El Langer's going off. Yeah, El Langer's going off. Number 20. I think he's tried his best, but just they need to change something. 77 minutes gone. As I say, Murphy substitute Elanga. It's an Aston Villa throw. Taking their time, walking the ball up on my left hand side. See if anything's going to happen. Playing for a free kick, Watkins, didn't happen. Newcastle get the ball back again. And we're off. Jordan gives away a free kick. Or Gordon, sorry, not Jordan. Gets Cash. It's very hard to commentate on this game, to be honest, in any shape or form, even an amateur like me, because it's just like, yeah, it just went straight into the back of it. Aston for the free kick just over the halfway line. McGinney passes it in. So it's just wasteful because no one's there to. They're just hoping for a lucky goal. Aston Villa, that is. Free kick given. Telemans gives away a free kick from Aston Villa. Newcastle take it quickly. Pass it back onto. See, it's really hard to see, but I'm here. Left hand side. Big build up, and then someone will shoot right over the net, and then we're back to square one again. And we got on the ball now. Bruno. Is that Bruno? Whisked back in to go to the far corner of the box. Gordon, the pace with the ball was just too much for him to get in front of the goalkeeper, but you can see Eddie Howe's face. He's just like, what have we got to do to score a goal here? To be honest, it's just like, be interesting to see what people got to say about the game after. Yeah, it just went straight across him. And that's the way the story of the game is, to be honest. Thank you for the extra like. It does mean a hell of a lot to me on my little channel. As I say, there's only me and occasionally other members of my family for different things. I've got many videos on there, nearly got 2,000 videos. Some of them good, some of them bad, but just there to watch. Right, here we go. Tippy tapping outside the Aston Villa box. Nothing really happening. I'm just glad it's not a cup game where you get extra time and no one scores, because that would be really hard to watch. Burn kicks it up the field to Gordon again. Goalkeeper taking his time. 9 minutes roughly left. Newcastle got the ball again. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, they really like hitting the blooming Aston Villa players. McGinney gone down. Hit, lower back. Oh, I don't know. That was Burns climbing on him, but to be honest, I know they practice for it, like things like this, but it's really a hard watch when you love football. Got 82 minutes, so it's roughly about 8 minutes left of the game. Thank you for the 2 people who've liked my video. And the 1 person who keeps coming back to watch it. Thank you very much for that too. If you want to talk about football, please do. It'll be a lot more interesting in this game. Newcastle bringing on a very young lad. Dalton gone off. And is it Millie on? Aston Villa making a substitute as well. Number 7 coming off, number 17 going on. Also it's McGinn coming off for Aston Villa. Gives the captain's armband to another player. So McGinn off. And then tell us who's coming on. And Malin on. Newcastle got the ball. Again, tippy tapping passing in between the halfway line and Aston Villa's box. It just don't look like, no one looks like they want to score. It's like they don't want to lose, but they don't want to score. As I say, Newcastle should be about 2-0 up from the first half. Aston Villa have had their only real target the second half. And that was an easy save for the goalkeeper. Like Pope, yeah, it was Burn passing it back to Pope. Kicks it up over the halfway line towards the Aston Villa corner of the goalkeeper's box. So they get the ball and they're dribbling it past, and there's like loads of Aston Villa players behind it. And then they don't do anything with it. It just takes someone to have like a moment of pure genius. There we go. Into the Aston Villa box. Caught short to Gordon. but nothing. Aston Villa players just take the ball away from them. Long kick, but no one there. It's just one player in the middle of the box, in the middle of the field for Aston Villa. They're just playing a really defensive game. I'm not enjoying this game. I love football, but this has just been absolute. Newcastle should be at least 1 or 2 goals up by now, but they just wasted the shots. Well, that's the way football goes, I suppose. Countering each other out. I think they might struggle, later in the season if they play a team that's got like a venturer player, who's got a bit more skill level. I'm not saying they're not skilled, because obviously they have, because they're in the Premiership. But that the extra part, a bit of quality to dribble the ball past the players, or it's all counteractive here. It's all just get to the line, pass it in the middle. Aston Villa on the attack. Inside the goalkeeper, Pope saves it. A bit of a dive to get it, but nothing special. You expect him to save that. Definitely a 1-0 game or a 0-0. Newcastle need to get somebody in who's going to, if they're going to lose their striker, they need to get someone in who's like a goal scorer. Because at the moment they just look like Newcastle. Not the Newcastle we've been watching lately, the last couple of seasons. See, it's just straight over. If I was watching rugby, the scoreline would be a hell of a lot higher. But I'm not. At the moment, it's Aston Villa 0, Newcastle 0, 87 minutes, and Aston Villa had a player sent off, which I don't think was a sending off. Because Gordon was never actually going to go for the goal. It looked like he played for the free kick. That's Burns down. Was that Watson? No. Newcastle making another substitution. I don't know why they do it. I know they do it to kill time, but it doesn't work out like that, because the referees are right on it now. Gordon passed the ball back into the Aston Villa box. Oh, he trips over the Newcastle player. Trips over Cash. Aston Villa free kick. Very sloppy game. So we will see what happens next. Oh, sorry. It's the effect the game's having on me. So number 11 coming off and 18 going on. So substitutions, Barnes off and Osler on. 89th minute. Might be a few minutes of added time. I can't see much more than that. Aston Villa goalkeeper taking the free kick over the halfway line, back into the middle where every single player is. Dismal. No creativity. That's the word I'm looking for. Aston Villa strolling with the ball. They've got a throw in on their right hand side. But they're just strolling the ball up. It's like no one wants to score. 6 minutes of extra time. I don't know why he got player of the match. I don't think anyone deserves it, to be honest. Pope picks up the ball, Newcastle on the run again, and they get outside the Aston Villa box and then run out of ideas. Well, Gordon was never going to score from that distance. It was way too far out. I'm sorry, Gordon, that someone needs to get close. Or, I mean, there might be, this one might be more accurate, but yeah, it's been a very poor game. So we've got 5 more minutes. That's 5 more minutes. That's too long. I think Eddie Howe's trying to make him like, you know, come on lads, we need to get a goal. Game started at 12:30. It's now nearly 2:20. And I could have thought of better things to do, to be honest. But, you know, football's like that. Even your favourite team could play well and then have a bad off game. So we've got four more minutes to go. Aston Villa on the attack. Trip over the ball, Newcastle get back into the halfway line. Cross the ball. Well, seems that Aston Villa got a great strong line over the back. Is that going to be a Bruno getting booked? Or has he just got away with it? Oh no. Bruno took the shot. Oh. Well, I'll give them the dues. Aston Villa are defending, but it's not an enjoyable watch. Pardon me. Right, Newcastle halfway line. So they're passing it all on the wings, but then as soon as they get into the opposition box, they're just crowded out by the Aston Villa players. Which is not good. Nice header though, but shame it was just defending or not. Corner to Newcastle. Whisked into the goal. Goalkeeper misses it. But lucky his defender's there to kick it out. Even in the 6 extra minutes. And some for it, it's been worse 6 minutes, to be honest. Not good at all. So this weekend's my trial weekend of trying to cover as many sports I can. Then I can diagnose where the strengths and weaknesses are. It might be cutting down how many Premier League games I do. But I'm trying to gain the experience of doing it. Definitely have sweets and drinks with you. Because trying to talk for an hour and a half where the game is just like pointless. It's a bit hard. So we now got just under a minute left of the game. Aston Villa 0, Newcastle 0. 1 red card for Aston Villa, which wasn't, I don't think it was a red card, but that's just my opinion. a lot of strolling along with the ball, not much quality. But again, these are my own opinions, nothing. I'm not a professional, it's just me sitting in my living room talking about football. Right, Wisdom. Pope's got the ball, throws it out quickly. Trippiler's got the ball. You see, he hasn't got no one to pass to because they're all like intermingled. What was that? What was that? So, ended up 0-0 as I expected. Very dull game. Hopefully the rest of the Premiership games this weekend will be a bit more exciting. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the 2 people liked on the second half. It does mean a lot to me. If I have a football stream on, any sports stream on, or any stream, if you want to just talk to me, you know, that's great too. I mean, you know. Anyway, you lot take care now. Thanks for watching. And I shall see you in the next sporting video pretty soon. Take care now.